She's been watching over me for 50 years. Went up in my bedroom. It hasn't left that wall since 1976. I was just moving into this house. I found out through my mother-in-law that there would be an estate sale that was close by her, given by two people who were gallery owners, Gordon Loxley and George Shea. It was hanging on the staircase up above. I kept looking at it and looking at it. That's what appealed to me, because I was riding horse and trained horses every day. My mother-in-law, being as kind as she was, said, if you really love it, I'll buy it for you. By that time, I had no clue who Sanyu was.
常玉是20世纪中国最重要的一个海外的华人艺术家。马本身对常玉有一些特殊的意义在里头。第一个是因为他的父亲是一个水墨艺术家，其实很喜欢画马，所以对他来讲有一个耳濡目染的一个亲切的感觉在里头。第二个呢，因为常玉的太太简称是马赛，所以其实这个马本身对他来讲有双重的意义。
In the 1960s and 70s, Minneapolis was one of the most exciting art scenes in America, and Mary lived right in the heart of it. The Walker Art Center, galleries like Dayton's Gallery 12 and Loxley Shea Gallery were bringing in real pioneering artists like Warhol, Lichtenstein, and Jasper Johns to the Midwest. And that's exactly the world where Mary found this Sanyu, before the market even knew his name. She had the instinct to pick up something that spoke to her, not because it was fashionable, but because she felt it.
The funny part of the story, I was in the kitchen there making dinner, and I had the television set on out here. The Antiques Roadshow was on. I poked my head around the corner to see whoever their expert was standing there looking at a poster and saying, you have something very, very unusual here. It's done by an Asian artist who was not well known at the time, but his work is very important. And I recognized the hand of the artist.
即便他用的是西方油彩颜料，可是他整个画面充斥的是非常具有东方美学的创作，这是他一直以来最大的创作特色。大色块的蓝色的使用，加上右手边的白色的细长色块，以及左边的绿色色块，上面写的北京马戏。
When you look at the painting, you get it immediately. Calm, open space, these deep, absorbing color fields. It almost has the quiet, meditative atmosphere you see in Rothko's work. The sense that the painting is breathing with you.
在大块的蓝色背景的正下方，我们可以看到这个黑色线条勾勒出来的白色小马，它极大的色彩反差，跟抬起的前提好像就要跳出画面。
I always saw her as a she. Those tiny hooves are feminine. Perhaps the grace. I think as you go through a period of time living with the piece of art, your perspective changes.
常玉的创作里头，从最早的粉红时期会是一种写意的方式，到后来晚期的时候，马已经变成是他自我内心的一个写照。所以很多时候你会发现，在一个非常大尺幅的空间创作里面，它里面的马是非常小的，很多时候是在反映他晚期生活的一些不顺遂。
The more you learn, the more you see. It's like a storybook. Of course, it's just wait till I'm dead, and then my kids can figure out what to do with it. But if I can send her on the next step of her journey, that's going to be very rewarding to me. I think I'm going to get the greatest pleasure out of seeing it make a circle.
这正是艺术最有趣的地方，它让两个不曾相识的人在艺术面前相遇，产生了一个共振的反应。
This was Mary and Sanyu's story. The story continues because Mary listened to the quietest voice in the room and listened to her heart.